Hey, what's up? It's me, Matt, the Aborted Soul, and I'm going to be addressing something here. Fucking Christian fundamentalists. But there's been some people that have really tried to parry me on this, and none of them have been very adept at it. But I think it's worth addressing anyways, because it's something that I think someone could get mistaken. I think someone could miss this, and I think it's very important not to miss this. Some people have said, describing the theory of evolution, I'm dragging it back to evolution, because evolution is one of the big proofs about where we came from. Every attempt at man trying to bring it up was pretty much shit before that, before Darwin came along. All of our little fucking naysayings and predictions and looking in entrails for the answer and shit, we were looking in the wrong fucking place. It was elegantly simple, and here's why. Darwin's theory, people say it's not a real scientific theory, or it's not really well supported, or it's just a theory. Like, it's not a theory like the theory of gravity, or the theory of electrodynamics, or thermodynamics, electromagnetism, I'm sorry. But, because they're saying it's not a real theory because it's not demonstratable, you can't demonstrate that it's false. There's nothing, it doesn't make predictions that you could counter. It doesn't make predictions about an outcome, about what you would expect to see in certain situations, and I would say that that's bullshit. Evolutionary biology actually predicted that using antiviral agents and antibacterial medicine on our sicknesses as human beings would develop resistant strains. That's one of the big mainstays of modern medicine right now. That's a pillar. Is that germs are smart and that they evolve. This isn't weird like psychoscience. This is legitimate medical science. People talk about transitional forms have never been demonstrated. Well, for one, fuck you. This is so fucking frustrating. You have to bear with me, because fucking stupid people see, they love it. You have, one step and another step, and we say, okay, here, there's an ancestor, and you don't always expect to find fossils, but here are some of the fossils, and here, like Australopithecus, yada, yada, yada. And they're like, oh, there's a gap there. Well, if you find another fossil, it fucking excites them, because now there are two gaps. They're like, whoa, two gaps. Now there's less information, when really there's more information. And they're like, look at all those gaps. Actually, more gaps is a good thing, because it explains that there's all these lines that we found. But it doesn't matter, because then you're just like, oh, there's all those gaps. So unless you have the actual preserved body of every single, some people, I don't believe in evolution. The world is 2,000 years old, or you might as well say the world is a day old. Just, if you're going to fucking spit in science's face like that, say the world is a day old, and give a harebrained, half-cooked explanation of it. Just say the world is a day old. It's just as valid. People say transitional forms. You would expect transitional forms from amphibian to reptile, and people well, where are those? Well, look in scientific journals in the last 10 years, or look on an internet search. For people have always said, well, there should be a lot of transitional phases between, how they were land mammals that turned into whales, for instance, because whales are mammals that were land animals that eventually lived in the ocean. And you said you would expect transitional phases of that. Well, do an internet search. Go to Google and look it up. I'm sure there might be videos of it here on YouTube. If not, I'm absolutely certain that an internet search would give you hundreds of articles. I'm sure you can come up with pictures and diagrams and, lists from scientific journals and new reported evidence and fossils found. And you can look at the sites and you can look at them geographically. Some people say, I don't believe evolution. I don't believe in evolution. Well, I know somebody who doesn't believe in Australia. What can you say to people like that? You are either ignorant, you are stupid, or you are a liar. There are three choices there. I couldn't find any other choice. You're either wicked, you're a liar, and you lie willingly. You're too stupid to get the idea. You are an idiot. You are unintelligent. And that happens, Random genetic variation and how you were raised. Some people just are dumb. That happens. Some people miss it. Some people they couldn't wrap your head around it. I would disagree. I would say that I'm not the brightest bulb in the box sometimes, but patient will to understand. Never underestimate it. And you're fucking ignorant. You just don't know. I mean, that's not really an insult. That's the nicest of the three, really. If you just don't know. I mean, before, when I was young, I heard people yapping about evolution and how it didn't, oh, you say we came from monkeys. And I was like, well, I know my mom wasn't a monkey. That makes sense. But you have to look into it. It is, if you say that you don't understand evolution, that's a great place to come to. There's lots of resources for you to understand evolution. If you're going to tell me that you don't believe in evolution, that's like telling me you don't believe in Australia. Okay. And if you tell me evolution isn't a real scientific theory, fuck you. Fuck you. You're an idiot. Don't talk to me. Just go. Fuck you. Because I have no respect for you. You are an idiot. You fall into either you're a fucking liar or you are an idiot. Because it's not a valid scientific theory. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, so there you have it. Evolution as a theory. It's a valid scientific theory. It holds an incredible amount of water. And not just water, but all the life. It's an elegant theory. It's well supported with a mountain of evidence, not just in geology, not just in paleontology, and regular biology, evolutionary biology that has to do with, chains and species and genetics, medicine. What can you say? Some people are stupid. I'm gonna go to sleep, so peace out. Fuck off.